Up at 10.
Taking a look at our environment tonight and recovery efforts, experts at the University of Florida estimate that Hurricane Ian wiped out about 400,000 bee colonies throughout our state.
That's put a major dent in the Southwest Florida ecosystem and local farms, as bees are the #1 pollinator. But one company out of Georgia is in the region to try to help bring the bees back. Fox 4's Nadine Yanis is live at Get Amazing Farm on Pine Island, where a local beekeeper got a huge surprise today.
That's right, Chris and Shari. It was pretty amazing to be here for that surprise. And though it is dark, you probably can't see that I am standing in a small farm that was the result of big dreams for Urea Underhill and her husband, making this farm back in 2020. And she had a pretty large section of beehives, starting with 1, getting up to 22, all of it wiped out with Hurricane Ian. In fact, walking on the farm, this was the only piece of her beehive collection that I was able to find today. However, all of that is going to come back with a surprise. But let's look at the stats first, because it is pretty horrific to see just how many bees were lost during Hurricane Ian. According to the Florida Department of Agriculture, there were 5,000 beekeepers in the state, and it provided 700,000 bee colonies, making Florida the 4th largest producer of honey in the nation. But after Ian, entomologists at UF believe that 380,000, that's half of the bee colonies in the state, were wiped out. That also equates to about a 15% loss of the bee colonies nationwide. So that is why Ray Sivitz, with his company from Georgia, Mountain Sweet Honey Company, wanted to help local beekeepers right here in Southwest Florida. And we were able to be here as they came to help Urea Underhill. As I mentioned, she started with 1 hive, had 22, all of it was gone. But our cameras were rolling as he surprised her. She thought she was only going to get 1 hive to rebuild her population back, but instead, thanks to the customers who donated to his company because he wanted to help Southwest Florida, he gave her 5 hives today. The surprise we aired at 6 o'clock. You could see the tears. Now we're hearing from Urea herself.
It's just so incredible. It's a mission. The bees are a mission to the world. It's such a bigger calling than just what is here. For all the farmers, for the ecosystem on Pine Island, the bees are a big part of that, and I'm glad to help out in any way I can and be of service.
And the surprises didn't end there. Ray and his company actually are helping 3 Southwest Florida beekeepers. This video that you're seeing now is when they visited a Sanibel beekeeper this morning, also donating 5 hives to him. He lost all of his bees as well. And then tomorrow morning, Ray and his company will be headed to donate another 5 hives to a beekeeper in Northport. And for Urea here, these 5 hives will get her back to 100% operations within just 2 years. And the most interesting part that I learned is that though her and her husband are growing tropical fruit here, mangoes, bananas, strawberries, black cherries, the bees are not just pollinating her farm, but they migrate 2 to 5 miles. And I know Pine Island is known for their mangoes as well. So when those bees return, it is also going to help the ecosystem right here in Southwest Florida also return as well. Reporting live on Pine Island tonight, I'm Nadine Yanis. Back to you.